students, we will discuss a very interesting topic today, encyclopedia as sources of information. Now, reference sources you must come across are different types. You have dictionaries, encyclopedias, almanacs, handbooks, atlases and many more. But we will concentrate here on encyclopedia. Now, these are the very important research tools that can help you with your paper or project work. Reference sources provide answers to specific questions such as brief facts, statistics and technical instructions provide background informations or direct you to additional information sources. Now, reference sources in most libraries do not circulate or locate in a separate reference section. So, there is a separate reference section in the library where basically you will find all these kind of reference sources. This practice makes reference sources very readily available and easily accessible to everybody. So, anybody can just walk in and pick up a book from there and he can refer it there itself. Now, despite the wide variety available in the reference sources can be categorized into a handful of groups. So, there are very specific groups are there. Think about the kind of information you need, how you will use it. If you are unsure which reference tool is best suited to your information need, a reference librarian will be able to assist you. So, in some of the libraries you have a reference librarian even if you these kind of reference tools are not helpful for you. Now, this is a quick guide which will give you a snippet that there are large number of reference tools are available in the library. Suppose you are looking for a word, which particular reference tool you should look for? It is dictionaries. Suppose you are looking for general information or overview of the topic, you will go for encyclopedia. You are looking for a profile of the people, you are going for a biographical dictionaries. Facts and statistics, you will go for almanacs. So, you need to understand that the researcher is looking for which particular kind of informations. So, accordingly he is going to use that particular type of reference tool. Now, encyclopedia find information very quickly, information is very true, information is well organized, information may not be completely current and only accessible in the library, but it is slightly different from internet. Now, internet may not be true. Who is the source? Because we do not know the source. Can be very difficult to find good informations, because when you type out something in Google, you will find there is a huge amount of information comes in front of you. So, which one is the best one? I should pick it up. May find inappropriate sites mixed with the good ones and can be used by any other computer or may be more current. So, there is a difference between using an internet and an encyclopedia. So, every time I will not say that internet is a solution for you, but you have to depend on these kind of encyclopedias which are also very important reference sources also. Now, encyclopedia can be easier and more reliable. Internet can be more accessible, but less reliable. Always review your assignment, what are you looking for. Write only treasure words and cite the resources properly. Now, this is just an example of a encyclopedia. How does it look like? You must have seen in your in many of the libraries, there is a very beautiful collection of encyclopedias are everywhere. It gives a beautiful image of when you have all these bound volumes, 25-30 volumes of the encyclopedias are listed out, but nowadays it is available both in the website as well as in the CD-ROM form also. Encyclopedias provide general background informations. They are good place to start researching a topic you made little about, large subject areas or disciplines, and are covered in broad articles that explain the basic concepts. Now, encyclopedias are always divided into two types. So, please remember there are two different kinds of encyclopedias. One is a general encyclopedia, another is a subject specific encyclopedia. So, we will take one by one in an example for the discussion. Now, general encyclopedias, it usually arranges articles alphabetically by topic wise. For an accompanying index, which may be list cross references to other articles, and Encyclopaedia Britannica, like it has got 29 volumes. the Cambridge Encyclopedia, Encyclopedia Americana, and the Columbia Encyclopedia. So, these are basically the general kind of encyclopedias where you find a large number of articles on encyclopedia are discussed, and it is all alphabetically arranged. So, this is even the encyclopedia is available in different languages. So, this is another international language where the encyclopedias have been printed out. Subject encyclopedias are completely different. These are available for almost every academic discipline nowadays. They provide more in-depth and technical information than general encyclopedias. Subject encyclopedia generally assumes some prior knowledge of the subject. So, basically, suppose you are looking for a transport encyclopedia or you are looking for a women encyclopedia. So, basically it goes deep into that particular subject area for discussions. A few examples of subject encyclopedias include the McGraw-Hill Encyclopedia of Science and Technology, International Encyclopedia of the Social Sciences, Encyclopedia of the World, Encyclopedia of Philosophy, Encyclopedia of Archaeology. So, you can see these are dealing with the specific subject areas on science and technology, social sciences, world arts, philosophy, archaeology, like that. Subject encyclopedia will have subject specific call numbers. Like this is a very interesting volumes of encyclopedia on religion. So, all over world's religion have been compiled together into a subject encyclopedia, which is this particular example is Oxford Encyclopedia of Islam and Women. So, there is an entire encyclopedia volume came out on this particular topic. So, Oxford University are the publishers of that. Encyclopedia of Science Fictions. This is edited by Peter Michaels. So, it is a very interesting encyclopedia only on different kinds of science fictions. This is an encyclopedia which is published by Bloomsbury, encyclopedia of different kinds of designs. So, you talking about table design, computer design, aircraft design, military design, tables design, chair design, ergonomically their measurements and everything is given about design in an encyclopedia on this. So, it is a very subject specific encyclopedia. Encyclopedia of Business Information Sources. Many of the corporate libraries are having this kind of handy encyclopedia business informations. It is published by Gale, and this is an extremely important resource, reference resource for the business corporate libraries. The Encyclopedia of Business Information Sources is designed to assist these individuals in locating materials relevant to today's rapidly changing the business environment by identifying the live, print and electronic sources of information for more than 1100 business, financial and industrial subjects. So, you can imagine it is very in depth into 1100 business, financial and industrial subjects have been taken into consideration in this entire Encyclopedia of Business Information Source. This is another subject encyclopedia called Internet Encyclopedia. This is a volume which contains the different perspectives of internet. It is a compilation of anything related to internet, because internet, it has a huge collection. So, you talk about a subject on internet and you can find a relevant information in this particular volume itself. This is an Encyclopedia of Information Systems, a complete compilation of different kinds of information systems which are there. It is therefore more useful than one might suspect to people well beyond the walls of information system departments. It offers general and technical information about major elements like issues, opinions, key studies, cross references to subjects, captures a dynamic growth and complexity in a unique area of information system, because there is a voluminous increase, there is a kind of an horrendous amount of development is taking place in the field of information system. So, this particular encyclopedia an extremely handy tool for all those business houses who are working in the field of ICT applications. This is, you can see in a Science Direct website, there is an Encyclopedia of Information System where you can see the breakups of the different subject areas in the alphabetical order. It is available. It is available both in the print form, available in the online form also. So, depending upon your requirement in the institutions, you can go for the online form or the printed form. But the online form, which is very important, because you can provide a search key, and immediately when you give a searching word keyword, immediately you can call out the relevant informations from there itself. Whereas, in case of Printed one, you have to go through the index itself, and from there you have to find out. So, it could be a little time consuming also. So, people nowadays, since they are more ICT savvy, even the various LIS professionals are so ICT savvy, so they try to subscribe it to this kind of e-book of Encyclopedia of Information System, which is much more easier platform. A very interesting, since our childhood we must be hearing about this, called Encyclopedia Britannica. It is a global educational publishers with products that promote knowledge and learning. It provides timely, relevant and trustworthy information and instructional products used in schools, universities, homes, libraries and workspaces throughout the world. In a world where questionable information is rampant, they provide products that inspire confidence with content people can trust, which is very important. They have collaboration with experts, scholars, educators, instructional designers and user experience specialists by subjecting their work to rigorous editorial review and by combining it all into learning products that are useful, reliable and enjoyable. So, you can imagine how much Encyclopedia Britannica is an important reference tool for every individual in his life. So, it is nowadays it is available. Earlier it used to be in the printed form, now it is available in the online form also, all in the CD-ROM form also. So, this is very extremely important. So, many of the queries which raises eyebrows later on can easily provide an answer to those queries by using this Encyclopedia Britannica. At least it will provide you a lead from where you can really develop into that. They are deeply involved with schools, parents and educators. Now, how they are revolving it? See the group of the Encyclopedia Britannica people, they are interacting with all these educators, designing the products for the 21st century classroom and today's home learning environments. They are pioneer in the digital education and their products are marketed by engaging reliable and trustworthy content. So, content is a very important aspect as far as the Encyclopedia Britannica is concerned, because their content is extremely peer reviewed. So, it goes a lot of deep research when somebody is writing for an encyclopedia, somebody is providing an information in the Encyclopedia Britannica. So, you can imagine how much valuable resource is this Encyclopedia Britannica is. Many people know them as the publisher of those multi-volume encyclopedias that have been a source of joy and learning since 1768. Today, encyclopedia is chiefly to be found in multitude of digital forms that are updated daily. Britannica is online, in e-books and on mobile devices also. So, you can imagine how important it is. Britannica is math, science and social studies. Britannica is for second grader learning math and the teacher explaining the laws of gravity and the lifelong learner trying to understand the latest political crisis also. So, from a pin to a plane, you can get all the answers, and what is the solution? It is Encyclopedia Britannica. This is a website of the Encyclopedia Britannica. So, please go through this website, which is extremely important for you to go through it and understand how this particular platform works. There is an Encyclopedia of the Nations. Now, if you are trying to find out any information related to a particular nation like Africa, America, Asia and Oceania, Europe, world leaders, United Nations, different related agencies or world statistics, what is the solution to it? Is nothing but you have to go to the Encyclopedia of the Nations. So, this particular website provides you a complete synergical information on a particular nation, for if you want to find out all the information related to that. This is an interesting website, the Encyclopedia of Arkansas History and Culture. It is a huge compilation of enormous amount of digitized resources on the Arkansas history and culture. The encyclopedia is made on that. Those who are very interested into food, the very famous food is called sushi. Now, this is a encyclopedia on sushi. It is called sushieNcyclopedia.com. Now, here anything related to sushi you can find out from this encyclopedia. You can have the different kinds of recipes, you can have different kind of nutritional facts or different kinds of sushis using various kinds of vegetables, fish and all, everything can be or the part of this sushi encyclopedia. Now, this when you go to encyclopedia.com, you will find that these featured topics could be of different areas. So, we will take one by one. One of them is Afghanistan. Say this is talking about Afghanistan. So, this is a country wide. If you want to go to any particular country, a featured topic, you can go into this. This is on global warming. So, basically it is talking about more on climate change. So, you can easily go into the different topics which are related to global warming or climate change related areas. So, you need to go into deep into that to find out more information about it. People are talking about immigration. So, if you want to go something for immigration, you can go into this particular sector and you can see that which are the different kinds of informations are sourced into immigration. So, these are basically called as popular topics here in this encyclopedia.com. Something related to French revolutions. So, if anybody wants doing a history student or a history researcher wants to know more about the French revolution, so he can go deep into this particular area or related to these areas, and he can have lot of information on this particular sector. Anybody wants to have anything on United Nations. So, this particular site takes you to the United Nations sites and it will provide you all informations related to anything about United Nations. So, this particular topic is widely covered in this particular encyclopedia.com. Food adulteration. So, if you know anything about the food and culture of a particular place, society or a particular type of people, you can easily go into that particular sector also. So, this particular website talks about more about food adulteration component. Then something about a particular place like Tiananmen Square. If you want to find out more on Tiananmen Square, you can go to this particular website and you can look into that what are the different cultural or the societal development is taking place in this Tiananmen Square. So, easily you can find out all the details. So, in the different places you can also. So, these are basically nothing but the popular topics which are highlighted daily basis on an encyclopedia.com website. If you go to the visit to the website and suppose you are looking for certain kind of an informations and you find that this information is not available in your popular topics, you can go to this particular section. Now, this section gives you a research categories. You can see it is arranged in alphabetical order where each and every research categories have been in depth, they have been covered into it, and people can really go very deep into the research on that particular area. These are the other popular topics: quantum physics, income tax, boric acid. I mean, any micro level information also could be also pulled out from this encyclopedia.com website also. So, this is a very important area which you need to look into. Now, this encyclopedia is not only for people like you and me, but like for the senior people, but even it is available for the children. Now, this is a website which is called as Britannica School. Now, this is meant for the different children. So, we will see how this Encyclopedia Britannica is useful for different children. The schools can take a subscription, the individual parents can take a subscription, and they can find all kind of informations on this particular website. This is always available in a volume, like this is available in printed form, Encyclopedia Britannica in a volume, but you can go for the online version also. So, information in depth, like this is a picture of a dinosaur. You want to see a Dinosaurus rex, if you want to understand each and every detail of the part of that person, of that particular dinosaur machine, I mean dinosaur animal, you can go get into the details here itself. Or you can have a website like this, where you can give a keyword, choose the levels that is right for your students. You can also, the elementary homepage engages young children, because you have lot of interesting areas, search, browse, you can go through any kind of, you can keep on surfing those areas and you can get large number of informations on that. Find the information need you very fast, and it is given in very gist. If you want a detail, you can get a detail also into that. Like this is, for example, the in-depth articles are easy to read and understand also, because it is written in a very lucid language. That is why in the initial we says lot of deep research goes into each one of them. Like for example, students can get multimedia for reports and presentations. Any videos are nowadays inscribed into it. Online activities and stories help with reading and writing. So, lot of online profilings are given into that. Britannica Online School Edition also gives the contents is designed for middle school students. The students that was for the children. Now in the middle school, arts, mathematics, geography, religion, language, arts, science, social science, any help you required on a particular subject area, preparation of the project reports or something like that, or for class work and all. So he needs some kind of a reference tool. For him, this Britannica School Children Edition is best for him to help him out. Compton's Encyclopedia also, the comprehensive is written for grades for 6 to 8. You can see how King Martin Luther King, David Levering, Georgia article. So these are very snippet way, these informations are all given into small bits and pieces. Even some of the videos are also attached to it. This is exploring the biographies of great leaders, scientists and artists, where each and every children can get very much interested into those particular subject areas and all. So Britannica School Line Edition is an extremely important handy reference tool for the teachers and for different grades of students also. Only thing is that you need to take a subscription of that. Then you have the high school students have more advanced materials, like somebody is doing a research on making a project on some very high area, he can have a subscription to the high advanced area also. So it comes in different modules also, depending upon, you can take that way also. Experience the breadth and depth of Encyclopedia Britannica. It ranges, that's what I said, Encyclopedia Britannica, it's ranges from pin to aeroplane. So you can see the wide range of informations are covered into it, and they are available in a lucid language and a much more user interactive format actually. So these are explored geography, history, biography, sciences and the arts, they can easily be, and you can see the relevant, it is so nicely menu driven. So any student can surf through the website and he can easily find out that relevant information from there. Like for example, this kind of maps, world atlas with thousands of maps are there, region political map, physical maps are all given into all those details. If you want to specify, find out the details of each and every state or a country or something, you can also find out all those details, culture, society, religion, everything can be find out from those maps, getting connected to that also. Lessons have multimedia presentations to engage the students. Lot of video captures are there to understand. Suppose this particular picture shows that, suppose for example somebody wants to know what is the solar eclipse. So easily one can find out the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse and all. So lot of informations are provided onto that also. Then for the kindergarten to 12th, so Britannica Online School Edition gives a huge range of information from a kindergarten to the 12th standards people. The online version of another encyclopedia which we will look into is Wikipedia today. Encyclopedia versus Wikipedia, it is a wiki, is a community edited document, one which anyone can add to change, that is not exactly peer review, because the reviewers are not necessarily people who might have studied an area. Wikipedia might though give you ideas to follow up elsewhere, that is fine, but I won't use as a scholarly resource, because there is a difference between an Encyclopedia Britannica. It has a real editorial staff. In Wikipedia, anybody can contribute. Sometimes the sources are not available. Reliability, sometimes it is questionable. And high quality articles are available in Encyclopedia Britannica. It is however a general encyclopedia, so it pursues to meet the needs of a general audience, not a specialist audience. For philosophy, for instance, it is a better idea to use either the Routledge Encyclopedia of Philosophy or one of the two major online encyclopedia of philosophy, which are by the way reviewed, like Standard Encyclopedia of Philosophy and the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy. So these two can easily be, and if you are doing a research in the field of philosophy, these are the two important encyclopedia is available which you need for a philosophical research. So the most important thing to understand is there are large number of informations nowadays. When people try to find out the informations from different sources, they always rely on internets, because people think that internet is the only source for informations, but reliability of that particular person is extremely important, of that particular, like Wikipedia is a open platform. If you go to the different Wikipedia websites, you will find there are large number of Wikipedia tools are available which are open source. So anybody can develop a Wikipedia on a particular subject area. Suppose you are a library information science professional, you can develop your own Wikipedia, you can use a library science Wikipedia, you can develop, and you can find a number of terminologies which are very relevant to the library information science professions. It could be inscribed there. Now, this is very easy, but the thing is that when somebody is providing a large amount of information in an encyclopedia or in Wikipedia, reliability or the source is a major question. In many times it has happened, or in many of the research work it has been declared that if somebody is doing any citation from Wikipedia, it may not be taken as a reliable source unless and until it gets authenticated. So, authentication of that particular, so what you need to do when you go to finding a particular component in a Wikipedia, so you can go below and see what are the different kinds of footnotes are there, what are the different kinds of bibliographies are there. If you find that there are enough bibliographies, enough footnotes are already given on a particular subject area when something has been described in a Wikipedia, it is very good. You can refer that. You can refer it to some of the researchers to refer that also. But the most important thing is that whenever any researcher is visiting to you with a query, the first and the foremost thing is that please take him down to the encyclopedia section. Ask him to refer the encyclopedia. If he is looking for an information on a very subject specific area, then provide him that subject specific encyclopedia, so that he can find out his relevant information from that particular subject encyclopedia. But if he is not able, if it is not available to that, so what the best thing is that you take him to the general encyclopedia, and you can direct him that this particular general encyclopedia will give him a start for his research work. It will give you in a snippet that this is the best information which is available on a particular subject area, which could be very important. Suppose somebody is working on something on nano, so people may not be knowing what is exactly nano. So he can find out what is exactly a brief meaning of nano, he can find out from there, from the general encyclopedia. Then he goes into the encyclopedia on a nanotechnology, he can go more depth into it, and later on he could be referred to different places also. So the most important thing is that whenever a researcher is walking in to you with a query, please try to understand what is his query. Based on that, as we have discussed earlier, based on that you can refer him to a particular reference source, which particular reference source he is looking for, whether he is looking for a dictionary, whether he is looking for almanacs, atlas, encyclopedia, subject encyclopedia, what he is looking for. So depending upon his query, your reference source will also change. So encyclopedia is an extremely important reference tool for any researchers, for any library information science professional also. And please go through the Encyclopaedia Britannica component also, because it is extremely important. Go through the website also. Thank you very much.